1 minute left. Feel that pause in your chest? That stillness isn't random. This is not coincidence, and you didn't wander into this message. This message found you. Time slowed down just enough for your spirit to hear what your mind has been too tired to process. You have just unlocked level 777, a level almost no one reaches. And this time, God didn't whisper. He spoke clearly, firmly, with authority. This one passed. There were seasons when you felt tested beyond reason. Moments when the light felt far away and the shadow felt endless. You questioned your path, your strength, even your calling. You carried pain no one saw, fought battles no one applauded, and kept moving while parts of you felt broken. Yet somehow you endured. And chosen one, before we go deeper, pause for a moment. Hit subscribe, like, and comment "Amen" if your spirit is already responding. Because this message is about to speak directly to you, not as content, but as confirmation. You see, level 777 isn't about perfection. It's about completion. It's about passing the tests that were designed to refine you, not destroy you. Every delay sharpened your patience. Every betrayal strengthened your discernment. Every lonely night trained your faith. Heaven was watching quietly like an investigation unfolding behind the scenes, noting every choice you made in the dark when no one was there to guide you. And now the review is complete. Chosen one, this is recognition. This is revelation. This is divine validation. The reason things feel strangely intense right now is because timelines are shifting. Old cycles are closing. Old weights are falling off. You are stepping out of survival mode and into alignment. Light is overtaking shadow. Purpose is overtaking confusion. And what once tried to break you is now bowing to who you've become. God saying this one passed is not the end. It's the clearance. Clearance to rise. Clearance to receive. Clearance to walk into what was once only promised. Heaven is not testing you anymore. Heaven is trusting you. And what comes next won't just change your situation. It will reveal why you had to survive everything before this moment. So stay with me, chosen one. Don't rush ahead. A hidden truth is about to be revealed, and when it is, you'll finally understand why now, and why nothing you endured was ever wasted. Chosen one. Pause for a moment and let these words settle in your spirit. Every trial that should have broken you, every storm that threatened to shatter your foundation, every moment when it felt like the weight of the world would crush you, they didn't succeed. Look closely at your journey. Notice the nights when fear whispered louder than hope, the moments when isolation felt endless, the times when every choice seemed too heavy to carry. And yet, here you are, you survived, not by accident, not by luck, but by the quiet strength of a spirit that refuses to surrender. There is a sacred pattern in endurance, chosen one. Heaven doesn't hand out victories to those who coast. It doesn't unlock higher levels for those who avoid pain. This level, this moment, this threshold you've arrived at, it is reserved for those who endure and rise, for those who face what would break ordinary souls and emerge not only intact, but transformed. Ask yourself, how many times did you feel like giving up, only to find a deeper reservoir of strength within yourself that you didn't know existed? That strength, that resilience, it is exactly what prepared you for this elevation. Every wound became a lesson. Every betrayal became a teacher. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every door that closed when you begged it to stay open, they were all pieces of the test, hidden in plain sight. The universe watches quietly, noting who persists, who learns, who grows. And chosen one, it is your ability to persist that now sets you apart. Not everyone survives what you have survived. Not everyone carries the scars and emerges with their faith intact, with their vision clear, with their destiny unshaken. Can you feel the difference in your spirit now? The heaviness of doubt has been replaced with a quiet confidence. The shadows that once stalked your mind no longer have authority. You've walked through fire and emerged not singed, but purified. That's what makes this level, your level, different. It's not about avoiding trials. It's about rising through them, learning from them, and proving that what others could not endure, you did. This is more than survival, chosen one. This is triumph. This is a divine stamp of approval on your persistence. Heaven doesn't just celebrate endurance, it recognizes mastery. And you, in your quiet, patient, unshakable way, have mastered what most never even face. So now, as you stand at this threshold, understand this. Your journey has been validated. Your struggles were never wasted. And the doors opening before you will respond not to fear, not to hesitation, but to the unwavering courage that has carried you here. You survived what others couldn't. And that survival is your ticket to a new reality, a higher level, a destiny reserved for the chosen few. Chosen one, breathe, feel it, and let the truth sink in. You are stronger than the storms. You are purer than the trials, and you are exactly where you were meant to be. Chosen one, take a deep, steady breath and let this truth sink into your soul. What you have endured, what you have survived, has done more than strengthen your body or test your patience. It has forged your faith. This is a faith that cannot be shaken by circumstance, a faith that doesn't waver when the winds howl or the storms rage. At this stage, doubt no longer holds authority over your decisions. It may try, yes, but you have learned to recognize it, to see it for what it truly is, a shadow with no power over the light within you. For years, perhaps decades, your spirit was tested with questions that had no immediate answers. You were asked to move forward when the path seemed invisible. You were asked to trust when betrayal, confusion, and uncertainty crowded your mind. You were asked to believe when the world whispered, "You won't make it, you are not enough." And yet here you stand, stronger, clearer, rooted. That is the difference between mere hope and unshakable faith. Ask yourself, how many times did you step forward trembling, yet still choose to trust anyway? That choice over and over has built a foundation that no fear, no circumstance, no human opinion can dismantle. Chosen one, understand this. God does not move mountains for those whose hearts are divided, whose faith is tentative, whose trust is fragile. He moves mountains for those whose hearts have proven steady, whose decisions come from alignment, clarity, and spiritual certainty. And your heart, tested, refined, and unwavering, has been approved. You no longer wait for signs of validation from the world. You carry the assurance that heaven has already signed off on your integrity, your patience, and your purpose. This is why your faith now governs your choices, not hesitation, not fear, not past wounds. Every decision is filtered through a lens of divine understanding. Every step forward is guided by clarity rather than chaos. Even when obstacles appear, even when temptation arises, your soul recognizes the difference between what is meant to strengthen you and what is meant to distract or derail you. You see, faith at this level is not passive. It is active, discerning, and unyielding. So ask yourself, chosen one, when doubt approaches today, do you feel its pull at all? Or do you recognize it as what it is, an illusion trying to shake what heaven has already secured? When challenges arise, do you flinch? Or do you step forward with the quiet authority of someone whose heart has been endorsed by God Himself? This is your spiritual breakthrough. This is your inner fortress. Your faith is no longer a fragile light flickering in the wind. It is a torch, steady, luminous, and unstoppable. Mountains will move for you now, not because you beg for relief, but because your heart, your spirit, your soul are ready. Heaven has approved you, chosen one. Your faith is unshakable, and what comes next will meet a soul that cannot be moved by doubt, only by destiny. So stand tall, trust fully, and step forward, knowing that unshakable faith does not simply survive. It commands the universe to align with your purpose. Chosen one, breathe deeply and feel this truth sink into your spirit. You've reached a place where the struggle to push, to fight, to force what you want has finally faded. Level 777 isn't just a number, it's a spiritual code, a divine signal that you have stepped into alignment with your highest purpose. Doors that once felt locked, doors that once demanded every ounce of energy, patience, and compromise, now open naturally, effortlessly, because heaven has shifted the atmosphere around you. Opportunities no longer need to be hunted or pursued. They arrive as a reflection of your alignment, a response to the energy you've cultivated within. There was a time when life felt like a battlefield. Every step forward required negotiation, every gain demanded sacrifice, and every dream came with a hidden cost. You hustled, you chased, you worried, you tried to bend circumstances in your favor. And yet, despite all your effort, some doors remained closed. You wondered if it was your fault. You questioned whether the timing was wrong, whether you lacked enough skill, enough favor, enough faith. Chosen one, do you remember those nights when hope felt thin, when you doubted if the struggle would ever end? That season was necessary. It trained your heart to trust process, to refine your patience, and to grow in wisdom. Now look at how far you've come. Level 777 unlocks divine positioning. It isn't about luck or timing, it's about readiness. When your spirit aligns with your calling, the universe rearranges itself to reflect that alignment. Doors that once resisted now respond to your presence. Opportunities appear not as coincidences, but as confirmations. People who needed to show up, show up. Resources that seemed distant flow toward you. Situations that once felt blocked now bend and adjust. Can you feel the shift? The heaviness of striving is replaced by the calm of assurance. The friction of life has softened, and what once took effort now flows effortlessly. Chosen one, this is a sign that you are operating in divine momentum. The effort of the past has matured into effortless motion. You no longer need to chase what belongs to you, because when heaven approves, it moves first. Every door opening is a message. You are exactly where you're meant to be. And opportunities now test a different kind of readiness, not your strength, but your discernment. They arrive naturally, but your responsibility is to recognize them, step into them, and walk through with clarity and purpose. Ask yourself, how often do you now notice when doors open without forcing? How often do you pause and see that what you once chased with anxiety now comes to meet you with ease? That is divine design, chosen one. That is heaven confirming that your patience, endurance, and faith were never wasted. Your position has shifted, your energy has matured, and the universe responds to who you are now, not who you were before. So step forward with quiet confidence. Opportunities will appear, doors will swing open, paths will align, but this time, chosen one, you walk in without struggle, without chase, and without fear, because the level you've reached ensures that what is meant for you cannot be stopped. This is not luck. This is divine orchestration, and as you move, you'll realize that the journey of effort has ended and the journey of grace has begun. Chosen one, slow your breath and feel the clarity that now lives within you. Something subtle but powerful has changed. Where confusion once lingered, there is now knowing. Where mixed signals once clouded your judgment, there is now vision. Your discernment has been sharpened, not by comfort but by experience, not by ease but by endurance. And because of that, you no longer walk through life guessing. You see, there was a time when deception wore familiar faces, when truth and illusion felt intertwined, and you questioned your instincts more than the situation in front of you. You gave the benefit of the doubt even when your spirit felt uneasy. You explained away red flags. You doubted the quiet warnings within. But those seasons were not wasted. They trained your inner sight. They refined your perception. They taught you the difference between what sounds right and what is right. Can you remember how often your intuition spoke and how often it later proved correct? Now, chosen one, your awareness operates on a different level. You don't need proof the way you once did. You feel truth before it's spoken. You sense misalignment before it reveals itself. Energy speaks to you louder than words ever could. This is not suspicion, it is spiritual maturity. Discernment at this level doesn't accuse or attack, it simply recognizes. And recognition alone is enough to keep you safe. Nothing hidden escapes your awareness anymore. Motives surface quickly, masks slip sooner. What once took months to realize now takes moments to sense. And notice how calm that makes you. You're no longer reactive. You don't panic when something feels off. You observe, you wait. You allow clarity to confirm what your spirit already knows. That calm is power. That stillness is authority. Ask yourself, how often do you now walk away quietly without explanation, simply because your inner knowing said, "This is not aligned"? Chosen one, sharpened discernment is heaven's protection. It is the reward given to those who learned the hard way and chose wisdom over bitterness. You didn't become hardened, you became clear. You didn't close your heart, you strengthened your sight. And because of that, deception has nowhere to hide. Anything false feels uncomfortable in your presence now. Anything misaligned reveals itself without effort. Truth recognizes truth. This is why your future is safer than your past. This is why the same traps cannot catch you again. You no longer walk blindly hoping for the best. You walk aware, guided and alert, without fear. Discernment doesn't make you paranoid. It makes you peaceful. You trust yourself now. You trust the signals. You trust the timing. So move forward with confidence, chosen one. Let your awareness lead. Let your clarity guide. You are not meant to question everything. You are meant to see clearly. And now that your discernment is sharpened, nothing meant to deceive you can stay hidden for long. You are protected by sight, grounded in truth, and ready for what comes next. Chosen one, breathe deeply and let this truth sink into the very core of your being. Every tear you've shed, every wound you've carried in silence, every betrayal that cut deeper than anyone could see, none of it was wasted. Every setback, every closed door, every moment when life seemed determined to break you has been carefully woven into the tapestry of your power. What once felt like weakness, like defeat, like failure, now fuels strength, authority, and an unstoppable force rising from within you. There was a time when pain felt endless, when the weight of disappointment pressed down on your chest and every step forward seemed heavier than the last. You wondered if you would ever recover, if your heart could ever trust again, if your soul would ever feel whole. And yet, chosen one, here you are. You survived. You endured. You rose from the ashes of every struggle stronger, wiser, and more aligned than ever before. Ask yourself, how many moments once felt like endings, only to become the foundation for everything you are now? That is the secret of your power. It was forged in fire. Every setback was not punishment, it was preparation. Every betrayal was not a mark of failure, it was a lesson in discernment. Every struggle was not a roadblock, it was a training ground for resilience. Do you feel it? That quiet authority within your spirit that whispers, "I am unshakable." That strength didn't appear by chance. It grew in the shadows, in the silence, in the moments when no one was watching but God. You now carry a wisdom that can no longer be shaken, a clarity that can no longer be fooled, and a courage that can no longer be intimidated. Chosen one, this is why you are unstoppable. You are not untouched by life's hardships. You are transformed by them. The same experiences that once threatened to destroy you have been redirected into your energy, into your momentum, into your divine positioning. Every challenge that would have broken someone else now serves as a reminder. You have been tempered, you have been tested, and you have passed. The weight that once seemed unbearable has now become your leverage. Your past pain is no longer a burden. It is your authority. It fuels the way you move, the way you speak, the way you trust, and the way you recognize alignment. It fuels your intuition and strengthens your decisions. And because of what you survived, you are no longer dependent on validation from the world. You carry the proof of victory within your spirit. Ask yourself, how often do you now approach life differently, knowing that your power comes not from ease, but from endurance? So stand in this truth, chosen one. Honor what you endured. Celebrate what you overcame, not with noise, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their worth. Your past pain is your fuel. Your scars are your medals. Your survival is your crown. And because of all this, you are unstoppable, unmovable, and destined to rise in ways the world could never anticipate. Step forward now, chosen one. Let your history light your path. Let your endurance define your presence. Let your spirit roar with the authority of one who has survived and transformed every wound into unshakable power. This is your moment. This is your level. This is the force that only someone like you could carry into the next chapter. Chosen one, take a moment and feel the rhythm of your own breath. Can you sense it? That deep, steady pulse in your chest, the quiet strength in your heart that whispers, I am here, I am aligned, I am ready. That is peace rising where panic once ruled. The storms that used to overwhelm you, the pressure that once suffocated you, the chaos that once made you question everything, they no longer have dominion over you. What comes next in your life may accelerate rapidly, chosen one, but the difference now is unmistakable. Peace replaces panic. There was a time when every opportunity, every challenge, every unexpected twist in life triggered fear. You carried a constant tension, anticipating the worst while hoping for the best. Your mind raced, your heart quivered, and even your spirit, the part of you that longed for alignment, often felt unsteady. Can you remember how many nights you lay awake, replaying scenarios, trying to control what could not be controlled? That season was not wasted. It was refining you. It was training your soul to recognize the difference between what requires action and what requires trust. Now, chosen one, notice the shift. Even as your life begins to move faster, opportunities multiplying, doors opening, responsibilities expanding, you no longer panic. You no longer feel the weight of uncertainty pressing down on you. Calm and clarity guide you, like a lighthouse guiding a ship safely through a storm. Every decision, every step, every encounter is filtered through the peace that now resides in your spirit. This is not passive serenity. This is active alignment. This is divine protection in motion. Ask yourself, how often do you now step into moments that once triggered panic and feel only quiet authority and assurance? God's seal on your life is what makes this possible. The same hand that watched over you in seasons of pain and struggle now guides your pace, adjusts your path, and clears your steps. The seal is not merely a symbol. It is an energetic alignment, a divine confirmation that wherever you walk, heaven has already prepared the ground beneath you. You can move forward without hesitation because your steps are ordained. Fear no longer has the power to redirect you. Doubt no longer has the authority to cloud your vision. This peace is a mark of divine favor, a confirmation that what comes next is designed for your growth, your expansion, and your destiny. Chosen one, reflect. How different does life feel when clarity, not chaos, drives your choices? How does it feel to know that no matter how fast the world spins, your spirit remains anchored, steady, unshakable? That is the essence of peace replacing panic. You are no longer reacting to the noise of the world. You are responding from the center of your alignment. Every step forward becomes deliberate, every decision guided, and every encounter filtered through the wisdom of a spirit that has been tempered, strengthened, and divinely endorsed. So walk boldly, chosen one. Let the rapid currents of life move around you while your calm navigates every challenge. Let clarity define your pace, not panic. God's seal ensures that you do not stumble, that you do not falter, and that every moment unfolds exactly as it should. This is the new rhythm of your life. Peace over panic,